And when I see here, I have a beautiful general seated there in white and stripes. Yeah? That general, can you stand up so that people see? You cannot do what you want to do without her. The doctors and the surgeons cannot also do without the input of the pharmacist. Because it is you who must ensure that patients get the right medicine, the right dose, the right amount that has been prescribed for them. So you need to practice, and you're practicing in an area where professionalism is in the highest order of requirement. As Professor Tomukang said, the pathologist who decides to do something because he has been paid by an insurance company. We also know that pharmacists and doctors and nurses in equal measure do things that are sometimes not correct. You, instead of advising the patient, you do not need to buy one capsule of an antibiotic, but buy the full dose. But you walk in any drug outlet today, you can pick one capsule of ampicillin. One. Because that is the money you have in your pocket, and the pharmacist, or whoever is responsible there, does not stop to say, wait a minute, if I give you this one capsule, I am doing something wrong. I am endangering you. But we still go ahead and purchase this one capsule. Go and share it at home amongst the 2 or 3 children that are sick. And that's the responsibility we are saying. After going through your training as clinical pharmacists, you are going to be able to educate. You educate the doctors who are also prescribing. Because we are guilty of over-prescription. We are also guilty of under-prescription. So it will be your responsibility, working side by side with the doctors and the nurses in the clinical setting to give advice. That is the component that has been missing in our professional practice. The advice that we need from clinical pharmacists or clinical pharmacologists for that matter. I can give you a story of how some 15 or so years ago, I approached a leader in Mulago Hospital. I was not yet given a job by Makerere. I wasn't teaching yet at Makerere. I was looking for a job. So I went to the hospital director and I asked him whether I could join the hospital team as a clinical pharmacologist. The nice gentleman was reading a newspaper. He threw his newspaper down and laughed and said, "What can you do for Mulago?" That was the end of the conversation we had. So we are guilty of not recognizing that in this wheel, there is a spoke which is not there. And so the wheel is running in a wobbly manner. It is running all right, but it is wobbling. It is wobbling because the spoke that is needed to keep it straight is the clinical pharmacist practitioner who should be side by side with the doctors in the hospitals and in the clinics. So there you are. Your task is really cut out for you. That you are the inaugural students, that you are the pioneer students to this program, a lot of burden is placed upon you now, because you must show the rest of the world that that missing spoke is you and you can contribute towards this. Allow me to give some acknowledgement and credit to people who have made this day possible. Yes, it is true that I took time off with a group of colleagues. I didn't know that Bushenyi has a good hotel called Meridian. So those of you who come from Bushenyi, we were cooking this program of the World Bank application at Meridian Hotel. And I must say that the effort has been rewarded. I do not take the credit alone. There is no successful applicant to a grant where it is only one person. It's a teamwork. And so I applaud the team members. I didn't know this young lady here, Nakato. Stand up, she's our Nakato. I didn't know her then, but she came on handy and gave us very, very invaluable information and contribution when we were putting the application. One would say she is a businesswoman doing horticultural business, doing things like that. But actually that was a very good injection into the application, which made the application very attractive to the World Bank people. Other than 2 other applications that are doing something related to traditional medicine, this program is the one that is in the center of traditional medicine. We are going to use the technologies available to produce medicines. We are going to use the technologies available to train the traditional practitioners so that they can practice appropriately. And so, Dr. Kasim Tolo from biology, Dr. Patrick Ogwang from pharmacology, pharmacy. Well, him and I know each other very well. We cannot forget to mention my colleague, my neighbor here, Professor Maud Kamatanisi. This was a project that 2 vice chancellors were taking retreat in the middle of the night and sitting to write. So we had contribution from our neighbors at Bishop Stuart University. These people sacrificed their time, and it was well worth it. I want to thank Professor Tam Kong. You see, when Patrick introduced the idea that there is, I think you had come as a visiting professor in the Department of Pharmacy. And Dr. Patrick Grant came and told me, look, if there was a way we could retain him and use him to support. Unfortunately, this was when the grant, the World Bank grant, the African Center of Excellence, was awarded to us. So we thought this was a fantastic opportunity. In this program, in the project of African Center of Excellence, Phase 2, one of the things required of the centers is to develop programs, academic programs. And to date, I know we have 2 programs that have been accredited, a clinical pharmacy program and Masters in Pharmacognosy, which is going to contribute to fostering further academic growth of pharmacy students, pharmacy graduates, that they have something else to look up to. So I thank Professor Tom Kong for his selfless sacrifice, as has been said, to support this side of Africa, and particularly support us here at Mbarara University of Science and Technology. As I don't know who said, Patrick I think said that as your great-great-grandchildren will come afterwards following you here, or their grandchildren will come, they will say this program took root and bore fruit as a result of the efforts of one selfless African American who took his time off to come and stay with us here for near to nothing. If he could tell you what an American professor earns, all of us seated here, our salaries combined will not pay him. And that is the truth. If a professor earns something like $40,000, $50,000 a month, those would be all the professors, the vice chancellor, the deputies, all their salaries combined will not pay him. But he's sitting here for near nothing. I think all we are doing is we are giving him money to buy molocoin and a bit of matoke to eat. And now he has learned to eat those things here. When the program was developed, there were people who endeavored to ensure that this program became accredited. And I cannot sit down without appreciating the effort that has been put in by our academic registrar. Martha, the people there, do they know you? Could you just, she is a very young lady, but absolutely mature and forthright. If there is anything good that has happened to this university, is Martha coming to this university as the academic registrar. Those of you who are in the light of news would know that some registrars were just dismissed from Makerere the other day. I don't think that you can go to Martha and say, alter my marks to make me graduate. Neither can I tell her, admit that person because I'm the VC. So she is indeed a true pillar of, should I say, uprightness in this university. Martha, thank you so much for the efforts you do. I know every time I'm looking for you, you tell me I am at the National Council for Higher Education. And I know what you're doing there. And this has been the result of that. Our Director for Graduate Training and Research, I think you have now been handed a new crew that you must, amongst all those that you have in your ship, you have to make sure that you deliver them safely to the other side. That is by graduating them. Please give them directions, give them information that they need as they pursue their graduate training. The colleagues who are teaching them, this is a new program. We have had challenges in persuading the National Council for Higher Education to allow this program to take root. Because they kept on telling us, you don't have, give us evidence that you have lecturers who are going to teach on this program. And we have used every trick in the book to ensure that indeed we satisfy their requirements. Therefore, this program is today existing, and you are a true testament to the fact that the National Council for Higher Education truly accredited this program. One thing I want you to know, and what you should take out to the rest of the world, there is no program that is handled or delivered at Mbarara University of Science and Technology when it is not accredited by the National Council for Higher Education. And that is a truth. So if you hear anything else, that is some rumor that being generated in the rumor mill. All our programs are accredited, they are properly advertised, and your admission is done on a competitive basis. If there is any one of you who came and made a slip to say, I want to join this program, please put up your hand so that I can reward you now. So therein the truth is, this is a program that the people who have joined it, the students who have joined it, truly are merited to get onto this program. The World Bank, through the African Center for Excellence Phase 2, has done us one of the biggest favors that any institution can get. One thing I always talk about projects or programs, capacity building programs, is that we as leaders in the university need to make effort to develop programs that help build capacity, not only for the university, but for the country. It is okay, you can write a grant for a project to look at the number of, all of you have sat on border borders, yes? Yeah, you can carry out a study and find out how many border riders wake up clean in the morning, they have cleaned their eyes, they have brushed their teeth, when you sit behind them, you are not unhappy because of the body smell coming out of them. That's the research you can do, and you can publish it. While that will benefit some people, it hardly builds capacity in the institution where you are. But projects like this funded by the World Bank truly is a capacity building project. Because one, we have been able to recruit some staff. Two, we have been able to develop programs, academic programs, that is going to grow. Once an academic program is being accredited like this, you can be sure that it will grow. And I can assure you that the clinical pharmacy master's program is one program that we are going to yearly reject as many applications as we admit. Because there are so many pharmacists out there who want to do masters and build on their career. But the opportunity is not there. Now this is the opportunity. So we thank the World Bank for trusting Mbarara University of Science and Technology. When the Dean talked about a few that have been awarded, the truth is that out of the 109 applications that went to the World Bank, only 24 were awarded throughout the region of Eastern and Southern Africa. And so it is not something that we take lightly. We take pride in it because we now think that we can sit with the top gurus. We can sit at the same table with Makerere, we can sit at the same table with Nairobi University, the same table with Addis Ababa University, and so on. We are growing. We haven't grown to the full extent that we need, but we are growing. This university is in the right path of growth. The only message I can leave for my colleagues who are in academia is that all you need is to take off one evening to sit and think and type one paragraph of the application. Then you can go and play golf. Then the next day you come back, type another one paragraph. Then you can visit Vegas Club. Then you can type another paragraph, and at the end of a week, you have developed your proposal. It's not very difficult, but you need company. You cannot do it alone. So let us develop the habit of trusting others to work with us. I don't know who said that if you want to walk fast, you walk alone, but if you want to walk far, you walk with company or something like that. I think Dennis knows the quotation better than me. He's learned in those areas. I think it's a Chinese proverb that if you want to walk very fast, walk alone, but you will not walk far. But if you want to walk far, you walk with the others along with you. The right people, the right company. Society will judge you with the kind of company you keep. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you, the students, the pioneer students of this program, my training is a medical doctor, then I did pharmacology as a specialization. I have never had the opportunity to be given a white coat. Although I used to wear a white coat to go in the hospital, even when I was entering the medical school, the only time that we enjoyed wearing a white coat proudly was not in the first year or second year. No. It was in the third year. Because that is when, in addition to the white coat, you throw something else around your neck. The symptom, the sign of a doctor, a profession. When you start walking around with a stethoscope around your neck, then you can say, truly I am there. But we were never given a function like this. So I want to applaud Professor Tomukang for exporting or importing. Since he's here, he has imported. But if he was in the US, he would have exported it. For importing into Africa this ceremony of the white coat ceremony. I think it is something that we should take it up and make it a tradition. We will want to talk with the dean to see whether can't we enjoin the others in it. Because why do we make them swear at the end when they are graduating, when they never swore when they were coming in? So I think it is something we need to emulate. We shall take it up and ensure that it becomes a practice in this university. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody who has made this function reality. I want to thank the media for turning up. I see very dangerous weapons of profession. I do hope that do not go and report about what the VC has said, but report that there were students who were inaugurated through a white coat ceremony in Mbarara University for the first time in Uganda and in Africa. That is what should be the message out there. Don't worry about what the VC has said, don't worry about what, but these are the people who should be the attention of your reporting, and we'll be more than happy if tomorrow morning I get to read about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, and I wish us a pleasant ceremony. Thank you.
Professor Celestino Boa, thank you very much. As a professor gets to take his seat, Professor, you spoke about walking alone. It seems also the Dean spoke about walking alone. I think the two of you support Liverpool. Because what you were saying was never walking alone, never walk alone. So I really welcome you colleagues to the club. And we now know where you lie. So the next time we send a message when Liverpool is playing. About the scholarships, all the students that are here have scholarships. We have 5 scholarships, particularly of your group, from the Ministry of Health, Republic of Uganda. And in addition, the others are all from Farm Biotrack. And when we speak about Farm Biotrack, we say Mbarara University of Science and Technology. So the university has built muscle to educate scarce, rare, excellent, the cream of you. The academic registrar will be preparing, I'm sure, a result slip. Please be in the right books of your scholarship. It is rare that in this day and age, an indigenous organization provides a scholarship for people at home. So Mbarara University is not only unique, but it is in its own league. You can count your numbers, and all of you, the kwacha has been kwachaed for you. So let us be proud of the university. It's a very important event that we can engage in sponsoring and supporting a rare group of required scientists. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the final bits of the program, Joseph, as we read out the student for clocking, Professor Tamkong, I think you want to remain there. You have allowed us to manage, and we are doing well, and you are happy. Okay. Dr. Ogwang, come forward as the first pioneer ever clocker in East Africa.
Thank you, everyone. To the students, I'm going to call your name one by one. You've already been told how you're going to move. Please follow that order. Thank you. Number 1, I have Brother Alex Komakech. All the students have done Bachelors of Pharmacy in their life.